Hello, friends. I am so glad you are here. Today, we're taking a look at a topic that can really help guide anyone on a spiritual journey. It's about recognizing some of the common false signs of spiritual awakening. Often, we might think that we're having a profound realization, but some of those aha moments might just be our ego playing tricks on us. If this is your first time here, my name is Marcia, and this is Divine Truth. The most common trap we fall into is thinking that we're good and others are evil. This comes from a kind of dualistic way of thinking, the idea that we see a lot in Western culture, where people are sorted into good and bad categories based on their beliefs or their actions. After a so-called awakening, you might feel like you've seen the light, which can make you start judging others as being less spiritually advanced than you. But true spiritual awakening means that we must do what is called the shadow work, which is simply understanding the parts of ourselves that we'd rather ignore, our own fears, biases, and past mistakes. It's about realizing that we all have a mix of light and dark within us. A real awakening means letting go of the better than attitude and seeing yourself in others, even in those who challenge you. Identifying as a spiritual person is another sneaky trap. Here, the ego attaches itself to the idea of being spiritual, so you feel special or different. And while there's nothing wrong with exploring your spirituality, when you start identifying only as a spiritual being, it can mean that you are neglecting other important parts of who you are. True awakening means embracing all aspects of yourself, the messy human side included. Being truly awakened is about balancing both the spiritual and the material part of your life without getting lost in a single identity. Another common misstep is getting caught up in only love and light. It's easy to think spirituality is all about positive vibes and good energy. And sure, positive energy is great, but ignoring difficult emotions like fear, anger, or grief can actually hold back your growth. Real spiritual development asks us to confront the tougher side, those feelings we often bury, sometimes stemming from childhood trauma or pain. It's by facing these darker aspects of ourselves that we find true healing and authenticity. Another trap is what I like to call the nice person act. This is where you act super nice to everyone, but secretly it's not really kindness. It's the ego wanting approval. This habit may have started in childhood, where we learned that being nice got us praise from others. But here's the thing. True spiritual maturity isn't about nice, it's about being genuine. Authenticity does mean being kind, of course, but it also means being honest, setting boundaries, and being true to yourself. Spirituality isn't about pleasing others, it's about being real. Now, this next trap, I know a lot of folks that have fallen into this. It's the subtle but powerful belief that you're somehow better than others because of your spiritual journey. This can happen if you've been doing a lot of spiritual reading, following a particular teacher, or attending certain groups. It's easy for the ego to slip into thinking, I've got this all figured out. But this mindset actually keeps us stuck and it cuts us off from others. The truth is that real spiritual awakening is humbling. It's a reminder that we're all connected, we're all learning, and no one is above or below anyone else. Awakening is about recognizing the interconnectedness and letting go of the need to feel special or above others. So, what do all these traps have in common? Well, they're examples of how the ego tries to use spirituality to keep a sense of separation and superiority. Authentic awakening, on the other hand, isn't about making yourself stand out. It's not about proving that you're better. It's about embracing a grounded, compassionate, and humble way of living. Remember, a true spiritual journey is a path of humility, self-acceptance, and connection. Now, I hope this video has given you some food for thought. Let me know in the comments below if any of these traps feel familiar or if you have any insights about your spiritual path. Again, thank you so much for being here. Until next time, please be kind to one another. And remember that we're all headed in the same direction. We are just on different paths.